From M2 subject, the fourth unit is Laplace transforms. It has two parts, Laplace transforms and inverse Laplace transforms. Now we are going to discuss about inverse Laplace transforms. Topics from inverse Laplace transforms are the basic definition and the basic formula. How to find inverse Laplace transform using basic formula, partial fractions and by using convolution theorem. And the application from this unit is the solution of ordinary differential equations. The main objective of the fourth unit, Laplace transforms and inverse Laplace transforms, is solution of ordinary differential equations. At the end of fourth unit, student able to solve ordinary differential equations easily. Already during the first semester, students solve ordinary differential equations of first order and higher order, but there depending upon the order of DE, we choose particular procedure. That is, first order differential equations, we apply homogeneous, linear and exact solutions. But for higher order DE, we find complementary function and the particular solution. And by adding those two, we will get the complete solution. But here, if you apply Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transforms to the differential equation, directly we will get the particular solution of DE. Now we see inverse Laplace transform definition. If L of f of t equivalent to f bar of s, that means for the function f of t, Laplace transform exists and it is given by f bar of s. Now f of t becomes, by shifting L to another side, we will get L inverse f bar of s equivalent to f of t. This f of t is called inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s. Now formula from inverse Laplace transform are L inverse 1 by s equal to 1, L inverse 1 by s minus a equal to e power at. By observing these list of inverse Laplace transforms, as already we learned Laplace transform formulas, clearly we know L of 1 equivalent to 1 by s. Clearly we know L of 1 equivalent to 1 by s. If we shift L to another side, we will get L inverse. So, L inverse 1 by s equal to 1. L inverse 1 by s minus a equal to e power at. L inverse 1 by s plus a equal to e power minus at. L inverse 1 by s square plus a square equal to sin at by a. L inverse 1 by s square minus a square equal to sin hat by a. L inverse s by s square plus a square equal to cos at. L inverse s by s square minus a square equal to cos hat. L inverse 1 by s power n plus 1 equal to t power n by n factorial. So, how to remember these inverse Laplace transform formulas means, already in the first part of fourth unit we know the formulas. L of 1 equal to 1 by s, L of t power n equal to n factorial by s power n plus 1, L of sin bt equal to b by s square plus b square. We proved all these formulas. So if we keep these formulas in mind, by shifting L to another side, we will get L inverse 1 by s equal to 1. L inverse 1 by s minus a equal to e power at. So, to keep inverse Laplace transforms in mind, first we have to remember Laplace transform formulas. After that, properties of L inverse. Already we have linear property, first shifting property, multiplication by t property, division by t property for Laplace transform operator capital L. Whatever the properties satisfies for Laplace transform operator capital L, the same going to be satisfied for L inverse also. Linear property means if L inverse f bar of s equal to f of t and L inverse z bar of s equal to g of t, then L inverse a into f bar of s plus b into g bar of s equal to a into L inverse f bar of s plus b into L inverse g bar of s. So the main concept from linear property is the operator L inverse affects only the function f bar of s and g bar of s, not the constants a and b. Already we know division by t property from Laplace transforms. So the same in inverse Laplace transforms is, if you shift L to this side, you will get L inverse integral s to infinity f bar of s ds equal to 1 by t f of t. Similarly, we know property of Laplace transform for integrals. Laplace transform of integral 0 to t f of t dt equal to 1 by s f bar of s. So that under inverse Laplace transform property as L inverse 1 by s f bar of s equal to integral 0 to t f of t dt. This is called division by s property for inverse Laplace transforms. So just keep these formulas also in mind. After that, problems on inverse Laplace transforms. Find L inverse of 2 by s plus 1 by s cube plus 1 by s power 4. We know that L inverse satisfies linear property. So we will get L inverse to each and every function which is present in the bracket. We will get L inverse 2 by s plus L inverse 1 by s cube plus L inverse 1 by s power 4. In each and every expression, we are observing highest power of s. Here in the second term s cube, here s power 4. We will get highest power of s in the formula L of t power n equal to n factorial by s power n plus 1. So, by the linear property, if we write down 2 outside, here 2 into L inverse of 1 by s plus here L inverse 1 by s cube. We know formulas in mind. We will get s cube in Laplace transform of t square. So 1 by s cube is Laplace transform of t square by 2 factorial. Now we will get 1 by s power 4. We will get s power 4 in the Laplace transform of t cube. So we are able to write down L inverse 1 by s power 4 as t cube by 3 factorial. So by applying this formula L of t power n equal to n factorial by s power n plus 1, able to write down these inverse Laplace transform as 2. L inverse 1 by s means simply here we will get 1. So 2 into 1, 2. 2 plus t square by 2 factorial plus t cube by 3 factorial. Similarly, the next problem is find inverse Laplace transform. Find L inverse of 3s plus 4 by s square plus 16. So we have to find this inverse Laplace transform. In the numerator we have 3s plus 4, but if you observe the inverse Laplace transform formulas, we have s square plus a square we will get in sin at Laplace transform as well as cos at Laplace transform. If it is sin at Laplace transform, we will get a by. For cos at Laplace transform, we will get s by. Here 3s plus 4. That's why first split the numerator as 3s by s square plus 16 as well as 4 by s square plus 16. So as we won't require 3, write down outside of L inverse by linear property, able to write down 3 outside of L inverse. So L inverse s by s square plus 4 square, and later L inverse 4 by s square plus 4 square. This is clearly in the form s by s square plus a square, and here a by s square plus a square. So s by s square plus a square is Laplace transform of cos 4t, and a by s square plus a square is Laplace transform of sin 4t. In particular, in place of a, here we have 4. So Here there is no particular procedure in evaluating inverse Laplace transforms. Just keep formulas in mind and how we are able to write down these expressions according to our formulas. Try to convert it and apply our 7 basic standard Laplace and inverse Laplace transforms. Now the problem is find L inverse of 1 by 4s minus 5. So L inverse 1 by 4s minus 5. Here we won't require coefficient to s because in all our formulas in the denominator s minus a or s plus a. We won't require coefficient to s. That's why try to get 2 outside of L so that we will get 1 by 4 L inverse 1 by s minus 5 by 4. Clearly 1 by s minus a is the Laplace transform to e power at. So in place of a here 5 by 4. So e power 5 by 4 t. So try to complete this problem on your own. This completes the inverse Laplace transform problems by using the basic formula. In the next video, we finish Laplace transform using partial fractions.